Hello kids, Shubham Mangalam at Little Scholar High School. I am Sangeeta Singh, taking 8th standard subject English, and the topic to be discussed today is Unit 1 Study Material. So kids, before starting the study material, let me remind you that we have completed Unit 1 with 3 lessons. The name of the first lesson was The Tattered Blanket. The second lesson was My Mother, a short poem written by Rabindranath Tagore, and the third lesson was A Letter to a Friend. In the first lesson, The Tattered Blanket, you have learned that Gopi was a busy government officer who was living in Delhi. He had married Vimala, who was the eldest daughter of Nambiar, who was a district collector, and he had 4 children. And Gopi also had an old mother and a sister who were living in the village. The mother was 83 years old and she had loss of memory, so she couldn't recognize anybody. And Gopi gave more importance to his status in the society, and he didn't even find time to write letters or to find out the status of his mother, whom he calls as Amma, after he got his promotion. He was always on his toes and he couldn't maintain good relations with his Amma at this old age. And then the title, The Tattered Blanket, depicts that it is tattered means torn. So here literally it means that the relationship between Gopi and his mother had strained because Gopi couldn't take care of his mother. And the tattered blanket, here the tattered blanket means like it's a torn blanket which is of no use. So similarly, Gopi thought that his mother is in very old age and she is of no use, she cannot do any work. And in the lesson My Mother, with the poem which was written by Rabindranath Tagore, the poet lost his mother at a very tender age and he is unable to recall his mother's face. So, in each and every stanza of the poem, he says that I cannot remember my mother. So, it's a very nostalgic poem which used to recollect his old memories, and he remembers his mother only at certain circumstances or certain situations. Now, in the third lesson, that is A Letter to a Friend, here it is a story of 2 friends, childhood friends, Ramesh and Suresh. So Ramesh, this lesson is a letter written by Ramesh to his friend Suresh because he couldn't meet his childhood friend Suresh when he was on a visit to Hyderabad. So in this letter, he writes about his childhood memories, how they enjoyed their childhood days, and like everything, and how he missed his family life, family people, in the city life. So he says that he is missing all his family members because of the busy city life. So now let us start the study material. Now I want all of you to turn to page number 15 of your study material and start writing. Now first listen to the passage. I am going to explain you a passage. Listen to it and you have to answer the questions. Now first one says, I am terribly upset if I don't get a letter from him every day. He knows it. That's why he writes every day. So here I am terribly upset if I don't get a letter from him every day. So these are the words spoken by Gopi's mother. So here I represents Gopi's mother. She is terribly upset. She is very upset whenever she didn't get a letter from her son every day. And he knows it. Gopi knows it. That's why he writes it every day. So look at the way she talks. Gopi's sister turned to him. Just as I told you, you know nothing about what's going on here, do you? So Gopi's sister, her name is Kamala, she says to Gopi that look at the way how Amma is speaking, and just as I told you, you know nothing about what's going on here. So as Gopi was living in Delhi, away from his sister and mother, he didn't know what was the status of his mother. And so who is that? Amma said again, who is that in the car? So Amma could hear the sound of a car and she asked who was that? It's me, Gopi replied. I had to come to Tiruvananthapuram. I thought I should drop in to see you, Amma. Who is your Amma? What is her name? So when Gopi said that he had come to Tiruvananthapuram and he thought he should drop in this village to see his mother. Now, as the Gopi's mother was very old, she had loss of memory, she couldn't recognize her son, and she says, who is your Amma and what is her name? Where does she live? Is it far from here? No, it is quite near, she says. I don't know how I can bring back her memory. So this was said by Gopi's sister. She was very much annoyed, exasperated, means she was very much annoyed with Gopi, and she said, I don't know how to bring back her memory. And Gopi placed his briefcase on the Thina. Thina is an elevated place outside the house. He opened the suitcase or briefcase and he pulled out the contents. So there were clothes, some few files and a shaving set and other things. So, do you know my son Gopi? Amma asked him. So that is Gopi's mother asked Gopi that, do you know my son? So why did she ask this question? Because she had loss of memory and she couldn't recognize her son. So, and she also says that he is in Delhi, a government officer. So Gopi's mother says to Gopi that my son is in Delhi, he is a government officer, he has Kesari Yogam. So what is Kesari Yogam? Here it is a Malayalam word which means he was well settled. He draws a salary of 2500 rupees. Do you know him? So Gopi's mother asks Gopi, do you know my son? Yes, I know him. Gopi replied. Now I hope all of you understood this passage. Now answer the following questions. Each question has 4 choices. Choose the correct answer and write A, B, C or D. Now each question carries 1 mark. Now look at the first question. He knows it. What does it refer to in the above expression? A letter or B? Option B is Amma's getting upset if she doesn't receive a letter from Gopi every day. C is terribly upset. Fourth one is every day. Option D is every day. So the answer is he knows it. So what does it that Amma gets upset if she doesn't receive a letter from Gopi every day. So the answer is option B. Amma's getting upset. If she doesn't receive a letter from Gopi every day. Now, the second question is, what does the word exasperatedly mean? Option A, anxiously. Option B, very excited. Option C, eagerly. Option D, very annoyed. Anxious is worried. Excited is to be thrilled and to be excited, showing strong emotions. Eagerly is again wanted to know, anxious. Very annoyed is very irritated or angry. So the answer is exasperatedly. The answer is option D, very annoyed. Now, third question. The expression he has Kesari Yogam means option A, he gets some sweet to eat. Option B, he is well educated. Option C, he is a government employee. Option D, he is well settled. So here the answer according to the passage Kesari Yogam, it's a Malayalam word which means he is well settled. So the option is D. Option D is the answer. He is well settled. Now look at the fourth question. Gopi's sister said, just as I told you, what did she say to her brother? Option A, Gopi's mother doesn't recognize anybody. Option B, Gopi's mother is eagerly waiting for his arrival. Option C, Gopi's mother is waiting for her sister-in-law. Option D, Gopi writes letters every day. So according to this passage, answer is option A, Gopi's mother doesn't recognize anybody. So option A, Gopi's mother doesn't recognize anybody. Now question number 5. Gopi's mother asked Gopi, "Who is your Amma? What is her name? Where does she live? Is it far from here?" So what is the mother's intention behind asking him those questions? Option A, she is inquisitive to know about her. Inquisitive means she is anxious to know about her. Option B, she is forgetful by her nature. Option C, she is very sharp. Option D, she wants to meet Gopi's mother. So according to the passage here, Amma, that is Gopi's mother, she is very forgetful by her nature. So answer is option B, she is forgetful by nature. Now, so these are the multiple choice questions we have done. Now you need to answer the questions in 2 or 3 sentences each, and each question carries 2 marks. Now I want all of you to write the answers. I'll dictate them, I'll repeat them. Please keep writing the answers. All of you turn to page number 16, hold your pencils and be ready. So first listen to the question and then listen to the answer and write. Now, I am terribly upset if I don't get a letter from him every day. Who does I refer to here? Do you think the speaker gets a letter from the other person every day? If not, why does the speaker say so? So I hope you all understood the question. So here I in this question refers to Amma, that is Gopi's mother. No, the speaker doesn't get a letter from the other person every day. So already you have learnt in the lesson that Gopi, the other person is a Gopi. He doesn't write letters to his Amma every day. So you have to write I refers to Amma. Full stop. No, the speaker doesn't get a letter from the other person every day. The speaker says so as her daughter Kamala keeps on saying that Gopi writes to her every day. So let me repeat the answer once again. Here I refers to Amma. Now then full stop, and no, the speaker doesn't get a letter from the other person every day. The speaker says so as her daughter Kamala keeps on saying that Gopi writes to her every day. So here Kamala is Gopi's sister. Now second question. Gopi knows very well that her mother is asking about him only. But why does he say, "Yes, I know him"? So the answer is, Gopi comes to know from Kamala that their mother has lost her memory. Amma doesn't recognize even Gopi, her own son, and on seeing this, he understands that there is no use of trying to be recognized by her. So he tells her that he knows Gopi. So I'll just let me repeat. So please keep writing the answer. Gopi comes to know from Kamala that their mother has lost her memory, and Amma doesn't recognize even Gopi. On seeing this, he understands that there is no use of trying to be recognized by her. So he tells her that he knows Gopi. Now look at the 8th question. You know nothing about what's going on here, do you? Why doesn't the person know what's going on there? So why doesn't the person know what's going on there? So these are the words actually spoken by Gopi's sister. Okay. So the answer is the person was Gopi. It's a long time since he visited his mother's place. He even didn't write letters to her, so he doesn't know what is going on there. So I'll repeat the 8th answer. The person was Gopi. It's a long time since he visited his mother's place. He didn't even write letters to her, so he doesn't know what is going on there. Now look at the 9th question. Why do you think Gopi didn't get anything for his mother? Why do you think Gopi didn't get anything for his mother? So Gopi didn't have any love and affection for his old mother. He didn't have any concern for her. He didn't think about her. He always thought of the welfare of his wife and the kids. So he didn't get anything for his mother. So once again I'll repeat, listen and write. Gopi didn't have any love and affection for his old mother. He didn't have any concern for her. He didn't think about her. He always thought of the welfare of his wife and kids. So he didn't get anything for his mother. Now question number 10. Gopi said, I thought I should drop in to see you, Amma. Do you think Gopi was honest in saying so? Now let us see what he says. Gopi was not honest in saying so. He went to Thiruvananthapuram to attend a meeting. He dropped in there on his way back not to see his Amma but for selling his share of family property. So once again I'll repeat. Gopi was not honest in saying so. He went to Thiruvananthapuram to attend a meeting. He dropped in there on his way back not to see his Amma but for selling his share of family property. Now let us see the second passage. Now page number 17. I hope all of you have written the answers. So now listen carefully. Page number 17, second passage. This is Ramesh. I apologize for not meeting you during your visit to Hyderabad last week. So already you have learned that this passage is from a letter to a friend, the third lesson of unit 1. Here this letter is written by Ramesh to his friend Suresh. So he says that this is Ramesh. I apologize means he is sorry for not meeting his friend during his visit to Hyderabad last week. Unfortunately, I had a meeting in my office. So Ramesh could not meet his friend Suresh as he had a meeting in his office. I remember how we enjoyed our childhood days in Manikonda village. So in this letter, Ramesh writes to his friend Suresh that he remembers how they enjoyed their childhood days in Manikonda village. Every day we played together in our garden. So Ramesh and Suresh used to play together in their garden. Our family was very big. That means their family was very big. There were 12 members in their family, and I remember how we played in the moonlight. So Ramesh even still remembers how they used to play in the moonlight. Our grandma used to give us fruits and biscuits. Our grandpa used to tell fairy tales about the princess, warriors and the village boys. So Ramesh writes in the letter that their grandma used to give them fruits and biscuits, and their grandpa used to tell them fairy tales, that is stories about the fairies, about the princess, about the warriors and the village boys. And now he says, now I am working at Microsoft, a software company, Hyderabad, as a computer programmer. So at present, Ramesh is working at Microsoft, which is a software company, which is in Hyderabad. He is working there as a computer programmer. I am married and we have a child. So Ramesh is married and he has a child. My wife works at Dell, Hyderabad as a system analyst. Ramesh's wife, she works at Dell, which is the name of a company. It's in Hyderabad as a system analyst. You know, city life is quite busy. So Ramesh says that the city life is quite busy. We start in the morning, leave our child at the baby care center and come back in the evening with faded faces. So Ramesh and his wife, both of them start in the morning. They leave their child at the baby care center and they come back in the evening with faded faces. So what do you mean by faded faces? Tired faces, exhausted. We hardly find time to sit together. How disgusting, he says. So that means by Ramesh and his wife, they don't have time to sit with each other, to share some time with each other, and they don't even have time to take care of their baby. So how disgusting, how shameful it is, he says. We work with computers, think like computers and live like computers. We have forgotten our family. So Ramesh says that they are always, their life has become mechanical, very busy. They work like computers, they think like computers and they live like computers. That means their life is very busy and they have forgotten their family. Now he also says, I remember how we played gilli danda, hide and seek and kabaddi. We went for swimming in our local tank every day. So Ramesh remembers that they used to play gilli danda and other games like hide and seek and kabaddi in their childhood days, and Ramesh and Suresh went for swimming in their local tank every Sunday. And here we live in an apartment, there is no room to play. Now he talks about his present life where he stays in an apartment and there is no space to play. Our flat is our world, he says, as he lives in a flat. Their flat is their world, just like a well for a frog. So their flat is like a well for a frog. So that means they don't pay attention to the world. How happy we were in our school. So he recollects his childhood memories and he says that they were very happy in the school and we used to sit in the same row, did all the work together and took part in the events. So he says that here we means Ramesh and Suresh. They used to sit in the same row in the school. They did all the work together and they also took part in the events which were conducted in the school. I remember how Padmanabhaya sir, our class teacher, appreciated us when we got the first prize in district science fair. So Ramesh also remembers that Padmanabhaya sir, who was their class teacher, appreciated them, Ramesh and Suresh, when they got the first prize in district science fair. So I hope all of you understood this passage. Now answer the questions. Each question has again 4 options. Choose the correct answer and write A, B, C or D. Each question carries 1 mark. Now look at the first question. Ramesh says, our flat is our world, just like a well for a frog. What do you understand by this expression? Our flat is our world, just like a well for a frog. So the options are A, Ramesh likes his city life very much. Option B, Ramesh is very much satisfied with his apartment. Option C, Ramesh is quite unhappy about his way of life. Option D, Ramesh likes to live like a frog. So here the answer is Ramesh is quite unhappy about his way of life. So right answer C. Ramesh is quite unhappy. Ramesh is quite unhappy about his way of life. Second question. The expression we hardly find time to sit together means option A, they often sit together. Option B, they find ample time to sit together. Ample is enough time to sit together. Option C, they find no time to sit together. Option D, they sit together and enjoy themselves. So here the expression we hardly find time to sit together means they find no time to sit together. So the answer is option C again. They find no time to sit together. Now third question. The word disgusting means option A, revolting. Option B, pleasant. Option C, joyful. Option D, lovable. So the word disgusting here means revolting. So option A. Answer is option A, revolting. Fourth question. They went to their local tank every Sunday. Option A, to talk to each other. Option B, to play with their friends. Option C, to meet their friends. Option D, to swim. So the answer is they went to the local tank every Sunday to swim. So the answer is option D, to swim. Now fifth question. We work with computers, think like computers and live like computers. This expression is used to suggest that A, their life is mechanical. B, they love to deal with computers. C, they try to imitate computers. Option D, they learn a lot from computers. So the meaning of this expression is Their life is mechanical. Their life is very busy. So option A is the answer. Their life is mechanical. Now, let us answer the following questions in 2 or 3 sentences each. Each question carries 2 marks. How did Ramesh and Suresh spend their childhood? So, I hope all of you understood how Ramesh and Suresh spent their childhood. So, Ramesh and Suresh enjoyed their childhood days. Please listen carefully, kids, and write the answer. Ramesh and Suresh enjoyed their childhood days themselves in Manikonda village. Every day they played together in their garden. They played in the moonlight. They played gilli danda, hide and seek, and kabaddi. They went for swimming in their local tank every Sunday. So this is how they enjoyed their childhood days. So once again let me repeat. Ramesh and Suresh enjoyed their childhood days themselves in Manikonda village. Every day they played together in their garden. They played in the moonlight. They played gilli danda, hide and seek, and kabaddi. They went for swimming in their local tank every Sunday. Now look at question number 7. Why did Ramesh's family move to the city? So here listen to the answer. Both Ramesh and his wife got jobs in software companies in Hyderabad. So they moved to the city. Once again let me repeat the answer. Both Ramesh and his wife got jobs in software companies in Hyderabad. So they moved to the city. Now question number 8. Why do you think Ramesh apologized to Suresh? So what do you mean by apologize? To say sorry for doing something wrong. So why do you think Ramesh apologized Suresh? Suresh made a visit to Hyderabad the previous week. Suresh made a visit to Hyderabad the previous week. Though Ramesh knew about Suresh's arrival, he couldn't find time to meet him. So Ramesh apologized to Suresh. So let me repeat. Suresh made a visit to Hyderabad the previous week. Though Ramesh knew about Suresh's arrival, he couldn't find time to meet him. So Ramesh apologized Suresh. Now question number 9. What change did you observe in Ramesh's lifestyle? So you know that Ramesh is living in the city now. So what changes did you observe in Ramesh's lifestyle? Ramesh and his family members became mechanical. That means they became very busy. They were always busy. They used to leave their child at the baby care center and come back in the evening with faded faces, that is tired faces. They hardly found time to sit together. They worked with computers, they thought like computers, and they lived like computers. They had forgotten their family. So let me repeat the answer. Ramesh and his family members became mechanical. They were always busy. They used to leave their child at the baby care center and come back in the evening with faded faces. They hardly found time to sit together. They worked with computers, thought like computers, and lived like computers. They had forgotten their family. Now, question number 10. If you were Ramesh, how would you feel? If you were Ramesh, how would you feel? So you can give your opinion also here. It's not compulsory that you have to write the same answer. If I were Ramesh, I would feel the same way as he felt. You can say, if I were Ramesh, comma, I would feel the same way as he felt. I would definitely meet Suresh if I got a chance. I would definitely meet Suresh if I got a chance. Now let us discuss the third passage. When he arrived unexpectedly at his home in the countryside in his office car and got down at the gate, his mother, who was lying in an armchair on the veranda, made a futile attempt to get up. So here, who is that he? Here he refers to Gopi. So Gopi arrived unexpectedly at his home in the countryside. You all know that Gopi went to Thiruvananthapuram to attend a meeting, and on his way back he had to drop in at his home in the countryside. So he arrived unexpectedly at his home in the countryside in his office car, and he got down at the gate, and his mother, who was lying in an armchair. Now what is armchair? It's a chair where you can put your hands and rest on both the sides. So that is called armchair, where people can sit comfortably. So armchair on the veranda made a futile attempt to get up. What do you mean by futile? Unsuccessful. She tried to get up, but she couldn't get up because she was too old. Kamala, there is somebody at the gate. She said, somebody is in a car. So Gopi's mother, who was very old lady, she said, Kamala, there is somebody at the gate and somebody is in the car. And Kamala, her eldest daughter, who was a widow. Now who is a widow? A lady who has lost her husband by death is called a widow. So Kamala, her eldest daughter, a widow, who was sitting huddled up on the thinna on the veranda. Now what do you mean by huddled up? Putting your arms and legs very close to the body due to fear or cold. So she was sitting huddled up on the thinna. Thinna is an elevated place on the outside the house. On the veranda, her head and ears were covered with a thin bath towel. She got up reluctantly. What do you mean by reluctantly? Unwillingly. She walked slowly to the gate and screwing up her eyes, she peered into the darkness. So screwing up her eyes means she narrowed her eyes to look into the darkness so that she could see clearly. Peered is looked into the darkness. Then she saw a bald, fat, middle-aged man walking in through the gate. So bald is having very less hair or not having hair on the head is called bald. So she saw a bald, fat, middle-aged man who was walking in through the gate. Oh Gopi, she said in her grating voice. So here what does it mean? So who said this? Kamala said. She said in her grating voice. Grate is, here grating voice means it's a very harsh and unpleasant voice. So why this sudden unexpected visit? So she asked her brother why he had made an unexpected visit. Kamala, who is it? Her mother asked loudly from the veranda. That is Gopi's mother asked Kamala, or Kamala's mother asked, who is it? No, Gopi, the man said. There was a meeting in Thiruvananthapuram. I just dropped in on my way back. So Gopi replied when he heard his mother's voice. He said, Gopi, I'm Gopi. There was a meeting in Thiruvananthapuram. So he said he had just dropped in on his way back. Who? Kamala, who is it? So the mother was again asking Kamala that who was it at the gate. There was a note of alarm in Amma's voice. There was a note of alarm in Amma's voice. Means she was very alert. She was trying to listen to whose voice it was. Amma, why are you so scared? Kamala, Gopi's eldest sister, asked her a little awkwardly. So when she could notice that there was a note of alarm in Amma's voice, she could understand that Amma was scared and she asked, why are you so scared? Then, as if you are seeing Gopi for the first time. Amma, it's me, Gopi, he said again. So that man, that is Gopi, he said, Amma, it's me, he said again. Now answer the following questions. Each question has 4 choices. Choose the correct answer and write A, B, C or D. And each question carries 1 mark. Now first question is, Gopi went to his mother's place when? Option A, he was on his way to Thiruvananthapuram. Option B, he was on his way back from Thiruvananthapuram. Option C, his mother wrote a letter to him. Option D, he wanted to talk with his mother. So here Gopi went to his mother's place when he was on his way back from Thiruvananthapuram. So the answer is option B. Option B, he was on his way back from Thiruvananthapuram. Now, second question. There was a note of alarm in Amma's voice. Why do you think there was a note of alarm in Amma's voice? Answer option A, she saw a thief. Option B, she saw her son coming towards her. Option C, she was always careful. Option D, she feared to see a stranger. So here there was a note of alarm in Amma's voice because she saw her son coming towards her. The answer is option B. She saw her son coming towards her. Question number 3. Gopi went to Thiruvananthapuram. Option A, to attend a meeting. Option B, to sell his property. Option C, to visit his old mother. Option D, on a summer vacation. So here Gopi went to Thiruvananthapuram to attend a meeting. So the answer is option A, to attend a meeting. Question number 4. Dash made a futile attempt to get up. Why do you think her attempt was futile? Futile here means unsuccessful. Option A, she was not interested in her son. Option B, she was suffering from paralysis. Option C, she couldn't walk anymore. Option D, because of her old age. So she wanted to get up but she made a futile attempt. So here it is because she couldn't walk because of her old age. The answer is option D, because of her old age. Question number 5. The word grating means in the expression, "Oh Gopi," she said in her grating voice. So the options are A, soft and pleasant. B, angry. Option C, harsh and unpleasant. Option D, worrying. So her voice was very grating. So it means harsh and unpleasant. Option C, harsh and unpleasant. Now you have to answer the questions in 2 or 3 sentences each, and each question carries 2 marks. What does Gopi mean by saying, "Amma, it's me, Gopi"? Amma couldn't recognize. Please listen to the answer and write. Amma couldn't recognize Gopi because of her loss of memory. Gopi was annoyed, he was irritated, angry, okay, and he wanted to get recognized by her old mother. So I will repeat the answer. Please write. Amma couldn't recognize Gopi because of her loss of memory. Gopi was annoyed and wanted to get recognized by her old mother. Now question number 7. Where was the old woman sitting? Why do you think she made an attempt to get up? The old woman was sitting in an armchair on the veranda. She made an attempt to get up when she saw somebody at the gate in a car. She wanted to know about him. So once again, the 7th answer, the old woman was sitting in an armchair on the veranda. She made an attempt to get up when she saw somebody at the gate in a car. She wanted to know about him. Now question number 8. Who was Kamala? Why was she there in her mother's home? Who was Kamala? Why was she there in her mother's home? Kamala was Gopi's sister. She lost her husband, so she was a widow. So she was living with her old mother. She was there to look after the old mother. So let me repeat. 8th answer, Kamala was Gopi's sister. She lost her husband. She was a widow. So she was living with her old mother. She was there to look after old mother or old Amma, you can say. Now question number 9. Why did Kamala say the words, "Oh Gopi," in a grating voice? Answer is, it's a long time since Gopi made a visit to the place. It's a long time since Gopi made a visit to the place. Kamla knew very well that he didn't have any love and affection for Amma. He didn't show any concern for her. When he made an unexpected visit, Kamla wished him in a grating voice. So let me repeat the ninth answer again. It's a long time since Gopi made a visit to the place. Kamla knew very well that he didn't have any love and affection for Amma. He didn't show any concern for her. When he made an unexpected visit, Kamla wished him in a grating voice. Now question number 10. Why do you think Kamla got up reluctantly? It is, why do you think Kamla got up unwillingly? Now 10th answer is, Kamla didn't expect anyone at that time. Kamla didn't expect anyone at that time. It was becoming dark and was very cold outside. She huddled up on the thinna on the veranda beside Amma. She was taking some rest and so she was reluctant to get up. So let me repeat the 10th answer again. Kamla didn't expect anyone at that time. It was becoming dark and it was also very cold outside. She huddled up on the thinna on the veranda beside Amma. She was taking some rest and so she was reluctant to get up. Okay students, I hope all of you understood the passages and the answers. Now I want you to write down today's Sakshi classwork, explained study material, unit 1, page number 15 to 20. Homework, you have to complete the study material from page number 15 to 20 and please write in the neat handwriting.